You know, I thought I knew what nostalgia was. I thought I knew. I thought, I've experienced nostalgia before, going back to something that you fucking grew up with years later and blah, 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 blah. I thought I'd experienced it. And I'd experienced some level of it. But not until I came to make this video did I experience true fucking nostalgia. Holy shit. Yours up to BookingPointXX here, and welcome to the third and final part of this series reviewing all of the Deke Sonic cartoons. It's funny because only now am I actually getting around to making the video that I wanted to make in the first place. I actually wanted to do Sonic Underground at the very start and then do Saturday AM and Adventures later, but I decided it would make sense to do Saturday AM and Adventures first, and I am so glad that I did, because it's going to make this video so much easier to get my points across. It's going to make this video a lot more fun as well, because this is a good way to send it off. And also it kind of works because while this is the end of the Deke Sonic retrospective, it is kind of the start of something new that I'm trying out. Yeah, this video is going to be the start of something I'm calling the Nostalgia series, where I'm going to go through and review a bunch of shows and games and fuck, maybe even movies from whenever I was younger and seeing how I feel about them now. I think this is going to be a pretty interesting series. I have a bunch of things lined up. It won't be a regular thing around, I think, because there's a lot of things I want to cover. I won't be like doing it week by week or every other week. I'll just sort of do it whenever I get round to it. I suppose this will just kind of be a thing that goes on. But yeah, this will hopefully be an interesting start to that and an interesting finish to the Deke Sonic Marathon. Anyway, with all that out of the way, let's get into this. So as the title suggests, today we're going to be covering Sonic Underground, the third Sonic Deke cartoon, which I believe actually came out a decent while after Saturday AM and Adventures, which you can kind of tell from watching the show, but I'll get more into that once I actually get into the proper review. But before we get into the review, I just want to say this video was a very interesting experience for me, going back and rewatching this show, because as I said, I did have some memories with Saturday AM. Not very many, I just sort of remember it being on Pop Jr. every once in a while and I'd see it. But Underground was a completely different story. I had a DVD of a bunch of episodes of Underground, which I'm actually pretty sure was a bootleg. And even if it wasn't a bootleg, it was an American copy, so it didn't work with half of the fucking DVD players that we had at the time, because for some reason DVD players were region locked. And I actually picked out an episode in particular for this video that I remembered from back then. That's how different this one was to set up. I didn't just go with the first episode, I went with one episode in particular that I actually wanted to cover. But whenever I went and sat down to watch it, I decided I wanted to get my first reaction to seeing the intro, because I genuinely haven't watched this show since I was like 6, 7, or younger possibly, and I wanted to get my initial reaction to seeing the intro for the first time in years, so I actually managed to record that, which you guys are going to see now. Alright, so here I am about to watch Sonic Underground for the first time since I was like 6, 7, maybe even younger. While I was setting this up, the intro started playing, but without the music, because my headphones weren't plugged in yet, and even then I was getting flashbacks, so okay, this might be a little weird. Let's go. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yo, this is nostalgia overload for me right now. Oh my god! Oh my god, I forgot about those two. I know I'm not saying much, but I genuinely don't know what to say about this. This is so weird. She knows they do. Is it time? If she only knew. Will the prophecy come true? Sonic Underground. Yo, why is this theme song so good? Like, genuinely. It's a fucking dope theme. What is that guitar?
I long for my children, but I have to wait. To act too soon could seal their fate.
Are you a poet now?
They made a vow their mother will be found. Sonic Underground.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is just like, oh, because here's the thing. Oh my god. With Saturday AM and Adventures, I didn't watch those when I was younger. This was like all I watched when I was younger. Oh my god, that's crazy. Alright, Back to Future, mate. Holy shit. So yeah, now that you understand how nostalgic I am for this show, let's get into the review proper. So this show's actually kind of interesting. You see, with the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic SatAM, Deke actually managed to appeal to both younger and older audiences. The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog did that with its slapstick comedy that really anyone could find funny, and Sonic SatAM did it with darker plot lines that would keep the older audience interested. However, this show was a lot more focused on just being your standard kids show, which honestly isn't really a problem. A lot of standard kids shows aren't trying to appeal to the older audiences, ended up being pretty good anyway, but that was still definitely cause for concern. Another thing to note is that Adventures and SatAM both took what they could from the games and made shows out of them. So Adventures was just Sonic and Tails against Robotnik, which is basically all Sonic 2 was, and SatAM was a more expansive take on the whole man versus machine thing that the whole Sonic series was based on from the start. And then this show just throws it out the fucking window. In this show, Sonic, his twin brother Manic, and his twin sister Sonia are looking for their mother, the Queen, who has gone into hiding because Robotnik is looking for her. Now, that's stupid enough on its own. But wait, it gets worse. Because Sonic, Manic, and Sonia all have these medallions that they wear around their necks that turn into a guitar, drums, and a keyboard respectively that shoot out lasers that they can use to fight robots. They are literally fighting robots with the power of rock and roll. Is there anything more 90s than that? Okay, I'm being a little harsh on it, admittedly. The stupidest part of the whole thing is probably the fact that Sonic is a prince now. The fact that he's in a band doesn't really surprise me that much, considering the original idea for Sonic was to have him in a band, if y'all remember that whole thing from Sonic 1. So that's not really that stupid, but it is an incredibly 90s idea, which to be fair, it is a 90s show, so maybe that's a lot of the reason to do with it. It's just looking back on it now, it's a little stupid. And I had to say something positive. I actually really like the designs for Manic and Sonia. Manic is exactly how you would expect Sonic's brother to look. He's just a hedgehog, and he's a different color, and he has slightly different spines. And Sonia, well, something tells me they were trying to get Talia Corn to happen again, which is never going to happen again. But other than that, she is actually a pretty cool design, and is basically what I would expect Sonic's sister to look like. Anyway, on to the episode. I actually picked episode 2 to catch a queen for a reason that I'll get into later. But anyway, we start off with some narration from Queen Alina.
Queen Alina here. Argus, a trusted captain of my personal guard, was on his way to a secret rendezvous when he was spotted by Robotnik's relentless bounty hunters, Sleet and Dingo.
You have gotta be kidding me. Sleet and Dingo. Robotnik's most relentless bounty hunters are called Sleet and Dingo. We are in for a rough ride, people. Fuck. Anyway, while fucking Sleet and Dingo were chasing after Argus, Sonic and Manic managed to pick it up from their tour van. Wow, they're an actual band in this. They have a goddamn tour van. That's funny. Also, get a load of Manic and Sonia's voices.
Must be some big doings for a top priority intercept.
Right now, finding a gift for my dear Bartleby is my top priority.
So Sonic was voiced by Jaleel White in the Deke shows, who was most known for playing Steve Urkel on Family Matters. And I actually think he does a really good job as Sonic. But then whenever it came to make Underground, somebody had the idea to have Steve Urkel voice Manic and Sonia as well. And I think he does a pretty good job with Manic. He makes him sound like your typical surfer dude douchebag. But Sonia, that's just straight up Steve Urkel. Like, I don't care. That is just straight up Urkel. Listen to that fucking voice.
Bartleby can wait, but Mother can't. What's keeping you, slow-mo?
That's just Urkel. I don't care. Also, apparently Sonia's dating someone called Bartleby. Jesus Christ, bro. I feel for you. You must have to wear earplugs whenever you fuck. Unrelated question. Does anyone have any earplugs? Who the fuck said that? I did. Derek, how the fuck did you get into my house? I thought I killed you. Well, that's kind of funny. I've been in the hospital ever since you brutally stabbed me to death, and I came back to find out Stupidest 101 is basically dead. What do you mean? Stupidest 101's fine. You haven't uploaded in like 5 months. Well, yeah, obviously we haven't uploaded in ages. COVID is kind of a thing, dumbass. Well, now I have no place to live, so I'm gonna have to just stay here. Ah, fine, as long as you don't cause me much trouble. What, you think I said that? Nah, I'm a Sally Acorn man myself. Fuck Sonia. Anyway, they tried to chase after Argus, but Sleet and Dingo managed to catch him in the dumbest fucking way possible.
Sleep, he's getting away.
Oh no, he's not. Somebody catch my baby!
Don't worry, little fella. I gotcha. Laser.
I have no words. So Sleep brings Argus in and Robotnik tries to reason with him, but he basically tells Robotnik to fuck off. So Robotnik roboticizes him. Now, the concept of roboticizing worked in Sad AM because of the tone of that show. That show had a much darker tone and told a much more serious story. But this show having roboticizing in it just doesn't make sense to me. It's a much lighter tone show, as you'll see as we go on, and it's clearly aimed at a much younger audience than Sad AM was. So I have to question why they thought it was a good idea to put roboticizing in here. I watched this show as a kid, and that shit used to freak me the fuck out. Like, I was like 6, 7, as I said, possibly younger, and I was like, that shit freaked me the fuck out. I don't know, I don't know, man. Roboticizing is just something that shouldn't be in a kid's show, in my opinion. Like, it's fine with Sad AM, but at a show like this, it's like, that doesn't work. I'm not a fan of that. So the band see that Argus has been roboticized, and Sonic almost gives up hope, but then they remember that every robot gets an induction ceremony, so they're gonna go there whenever that happens. Which actually leads to a kind of funny gag, which is very, very rare in this show.
Let's see, put the main console over there. No, I think over there would be good. Although, actually, it's better right where it started.
In that case, I'd say it's best if you do it yourself.
All you have to do is ask.
Jesus Christ on a bicycle. Do you see why I like her now? Derek, I will smite you. Anyway, once Argus shows up, they all use their instruments to destroy all the robots that attack them, and then once they're all gone, they use their amulets to give Argus his free will back? What the fuck? Yeah, it's incredibly vague what these things can do. They can basically just do whatever they need them to do at that particular time. If they need them to turn into fucking guitar weapons, they can do that. They can give robotic people their free will back. If that's what they need, they'll do that. They're kind of like the Chaos Emeralds in the games, except the Chaos Emerald at least had the excuse of they turn your thoughts into power. I don't think these are ever given that excuse, so that's kind of bullshit. So now that Argus has his free will back, they start asking him questions.
Do you know where we can find Mom now?
I was on my way to our rendezvous point when I was captured, so
So, what are we waiting for?
with any luck, she'll be in the underground drainage caverns near... Oh no! The medallions were only a temporary fix!
Find it, Argus. The queen will be in the underground drainage caverns near...
Oh god, Sonny, your voice is giving me a migraine. Shut the fuck up! Anyway, moving on. Argus managed to get footage of that, and he shows it to Sleet and Dingo. And now they know basically a general idea of where the Queen is going to be, which is problematic, I guess. I mean, the fucking band couldn't work it out from what he said, but whatever. Speaking of the band, they had the genius idea to just set up in public and play a song asking if anyone knows where the Queen is. And this is where we get to one of the more infamous parts of this show. Every single episode has a full song performed by the band in it. This one is called 411, and just listen to it.
I'm looking for someone. Have you got 411? I'm searching everywhere for this special lady. Looking for someone. Do you have 411? Please help me if you can. Stop my lonely waiting.
This is awful. It's so cheesy. It drags on for so long, and god damn it, why can't I get it out of my head? I swear to god, since I watched the episode, I cannot get this song out of my head. I apologize if this gets stuck in any of your heads, because Jesus Christ, this is torture. Anyway, after about 2 minutes of that fucking shit, someone comes up and says they know where the Queen is, and then Manic sells out his fucking sister.
I heard you was looking for a queen.
Oh, you got that one right, friend. What you got?
How much it worth?
Oh, more than money. You got the info? She'll buy you dinner.
Manic!
I know where the Queen is! Derek, one more word out of you and I will punch you so hard in the mouth that your teeth will come out your fucking ass. Anyway, this guy who's clearly Dingo in disguise tells him that he saw the Queen in the sewers. So that's where they go, and surprise, surprise, it's a trap.
Your lying homie led us into a trap.
Thanks for dinner, Sonia. It was great.
I took Dingo out for dinner. Ah!
Literal whining. I got nothing. This show just reached a new low. Fuck's sake. Fucking Jesus! Also, anyone else notice that Manic is green and has a hoverboard? Jet the Hawk better not have been based on fucking Manic. Moving on, the band uses their medallions to give Argus his free will back, and he tells them that the Queen is right over there, and sure enough, there she is. Her cloak, at least. Oh yeah, and Dingo is disguised as Argus or some shit, I don't know. So Sonic channels his inner Steve Vai and plays guitar so well that the fucking rock slide happens. Dingo is most definitely dead. So Argus tries to kill Slate and fails, so Slate tries to go and get Sonic, who tricks the somehow not dead Dingo into doing this shit.
Dingo, no!
Dingo, yes.
Daddy, no!
Daddy, yes!
Turn around!
I thought Slate was meant to be the smart one. So that's Sonic Underground. What do you think of it? Yeah, it's pretty fucking terrible. Look, I know this one was just simply trying to be a kid's show while the other two were kind of trying to do their own sort of thing, but even at that, it doesn't succeed. You're introduced to Argus, like, not even a minute into the episode, and he's already roboticized. You have no reason to give a shit at all. But even at that, if it's trying to be a normal kid's show, it still introduces those darker topics like in Sad I Am, which just doesn't fit the tone of the show. Not to mention the fact that the premise is absolutely stupid, and it has these random song segments which drag on for way too goddamn long. This show is a disaster. I was originally going to say, oh, it's like so bad it's good, but I can't even say that. In places it definitely is, but in other places it's just plain fucking bad. And that's all I really have to say on this show. Outside of a couple of cool character designs and a good theme song, this show really has nothing going for it. The only thing else that's really worth mentioning is that Knuckles appeared in a few episodes, but I haven't seen those, so I don't really know if they were good or not. So if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think of this show, and if you grew up with it like I did, because I'd be really interested to hear what you think. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.